Hello everybody, here we are and welcome back. Let's simply get started from here on. We still have to get the, come on, so much dust here. But yeah, we still have to get that explanation part done. So without any further delay, let's simply get started and get it done. This time it's gonna be over. Hopefully it's gonna be over so that I can actually start working on it. But this is one of the best things. Why? So that in future if I come back and if I just forget something, I actually have a proper diagram, proper flow, how the things work and all. And nothing could be better than this. Having said that, if I actually just draw the diagram once, everything's gonna be crystal clear, right? And because of that thing, I'm gonna be just going ahead with the things. So this is how we are gonna be going ahead. Let me turn it off and hope everything's great. And now let's simply get started. So coming back to this one, I was here and we reached which point? We reached this particular point. We actually discussed about many things. Let me give them different colors as well if needed. So this is gonna have this color, similarly this one as well will have this color, and this one probably will have the green color or something. Why am I giving the colors? My choice. I feel like that's it, nothing, no specific reason behind that. Coming back to this one, we have gone through many things, and ultimately at the end of the day we were here, we were creating the connection in the sense, let me give it the green color so that it's clear that, or blue color, let's keep it green so that we know that we are ultimately establishing a connection over here. Or yeah, this one is better too. So coming back to this one, this is gonna be here as well. As for the color, I'm gonna be, well, I cannot really format it, right? So if I click on this, can I copy the, well, copy style? Yeah, I can copy style, and over here I should be getting an option for pasting the style. So control V. If I paste it here, then what happens? Nothing. Okay, never mind, let's simply continue from here on. I'll forget about the design stuff and all. So far it looks even better, so nothing could be better than this. As for the remaining things, we will just simply get it done here itself. So once this much is done, now we are creating the, connection. Once we are creating the connection, so at that time when creating the peer connection at the end of the day, so I'm merely talking about this particular thing. So when creating the peer connection, listening for on negotiation needed event, listening for the on track event, and listening for on ice candidate event. And apart from this particular thing, am I doing anything else? Nothing. What is the next thing? Apart from this particular thing, inside peer managers, I'm even exporting get peer connection. It simply returns the peer connection using the ID, so that is even fine. Even I have removed peer connection. It is mainly used for removing. So let me do one thing. Inside my peer manager, these things are completely optional. You can have them, you can not have them, completely up to you, but it's better to have them too. So let me do one thing. What am I gonna be doing here? Inside my peer connection over here, I have some of the methods as well. These have been the, what can I say, values, and just below that I will have some of the methods. So when it comes to the methods or the functions, I'm gonna be having them here as well. And what are they here? First one is the create peer connection. Let me have them. And create, first one is gonna be create peer connection. What does this? It is mainly used for getting the peer connection. Then we have get peer connection. It is used for getting the peer connection, something like that. And then we have remove peer connection. What will it be used for? Remove peer connection. And when removing the peer connection, at that time what do? We just delete all of them, and that's it. And we delete the stream as well, so we must have the stream, so we will be removing the stream. Let's see whether we are actually doing that or not. So coming back to this one, delete the peer connection, delete the remote streams, and delete the RTP senders. We are just simply deleting everything and close that. So ultimately what we are doing inside this, and it's simple too. So when removing the peer connection, delete, what all delete peer connection, delete remote streams, and delete RTP senders. How you delete that is completely up to you, but we are gonna be doing this. And peer connection dot close, we will be calling this particular method on that. So this much we are doing inside this, and apart from this everything else is already clear. so that does make sense. And once we've done this, apart from it we have this last function, that is send WebRTC signal. How it sends and all we already know. So let's simply have this method as well inside this. Send WebRTC signal. It is mainly send WebRTC signal. It is mainly used for sending the data from the client side to the signaling server and all. So okay, we have done this much. And coming back to this particular point over here, once we've done this much, close this. This is done as well, and nothing else. So ultimately, from here, what am I doing? I'm gonna be creating the offer. Once the offer is actually created, mainly in this particular section, I'm gonna be creating the offer. Once the offer is created, I'm going to send the offer to the other client, and that offer will be sent using this send WebRTC signal. So ultimately, the offer goes to the other client, and now I have to listen for the offer on the other side. Okay, this much is done. So ultimately, what we did over here, we did this thing. So set peer connection. Ultimately, peer connection got set. Once we set the peer connection, we created the offer and set the offer. So offer created plus set. We did this thing. Okay, once we did this thing, after that we will do one thing. We are gonna be sending two things here to the other peer side. So delete this, and what we are doing, we are actually sending the offer. So this is the same part that we have here. So I'm actually gonna copy and paste the whole stuff. So let's simply actually keep it here, and what we'll do, delete this, similarly delete this as well. So first of all, we have the ICE candidates. We are going to send the ICE candidates from here. So ICE candidates are actually gonna be sent to the signaling server. Okay, similarly offer is going to be sent to the signaling server. That is also great. So we are sending these things to the other peer. Okay, once we are sending these things to the other peer, not even the other peer, it simply goes to the signaling server. Signaling server will just simply forward it to the other peer. So it will go to the other peer, and offer will also reach to the other peer. Okay, we have done this much. We already had the peer connection over here, right? So let's simply get started from here on. And apart from this particular thing, I don't really need to worry about it at all. So let me remove it all. These things are not needed. I will be rewriting them or rearranging the things. Okay, so this much we got done. Ultimately, once the offer got created, we sent the offer, and as we sent the offer, let me even give it the better color. This is the offer, this is the offer line, and same I'm gonna be copying and pasting over here as well. This is the offer, and this is the offer line. So ultimately, I'm gonna be receiving these both. I'm gonna be receiving the ICE candidates as well as the offer over here. And once I receive them on the other peer side, so what will I do? Once I receive the offer, because over here of course I'm gonna be receiving the offer, and as I received the offer over here, first of all I'll make sure that this peer connection does exist, and there's high probability that peer connection definitely exists over here because it got created as soon as the participant got added. But I will check once the offer is here. I will check the peer connection. If it exists, that's great. If check the peer connection, and there can be two cases. If it exists, that's great. If it doesn't exist, create it. So ultimately, if exists, great, or simply, or else create new PC peer connection. So this is something that's gonna be happening over here. It's pretty straightforward. I get the offer, I simply check this. Same is gonna be happening with this as well, whether that is the offer or that is the ICE candidate. It doesn't really matter. In both the cases, I will check it. Okay, mainly when I get the offer, at that time I need to check it. If during the ICE candidate, it may come before that. There could be probability that it comes before that. ICE candidate, first of all, I will definitely send the offer, right? And then ICE candidates will start getting sent. So there could be probability that they come before that. So I'm gonna be checking it, the peer connection, if that exists or not. And as for this ICE candidate, what I'll do, I will save them. Where will I save them? I will save them inside. So I can just do it like this, or let me keep them at the top. So this is gonna be here, this is gonna be here at the top. I will get my ICE candidate, I will get the offer as well. and this ice candidate is mainly going to be saved. So it's gonna be saved inside what? It's gonna be saved inside pending ice candidates. Why? Because there could be probability. It's gonna be simple. If the remote description is set, I will be setting the ice candidate. If the remote description is not set, I will not be setting the ice candidates. So as for this ice candidate over here, what I'll do, even before saving it, I'm gonna be checking one thing: remote description. If the remote description is set, okay, if I have the value of the remote description, then that's great. Simply set it, and I'm gonna be doing it like this. It's getting quite messy, and that is right too. So in that case, let me make it simpler here. Let me keep it here. I get them, I check them, that's enough. This is more than enough for now. So as soon as I get the offer, and as soon as I get the ice candidates and all, I just simply check the peer connection. If that exists, that's great. If that doesn't exist, I'm gonna be creating that. Now let's see what happens with offer here. So I'm gonna be talking about this offer here. So what will I be doing with this particular offer? So once I get this offer, so main thing is gonna be starting with this one. As soon as I got that, I will be setting the remote description. So over here I will set the remote description with the offer. Okay, I set the remote description with the offer. After that I will create the answer. So just after that I'm gonna be creating the answer. Create answer and set local description. So this is how it's gonna be done as well. So I will create the answer, I will set the local description, and let me keep it like this, and let me select it all a little rightwards, and this should be enough. So I'm gonna be doing something like this. So I got the offer from here, of course, and once I got the offer, I set the remote description. After that I just created it and set the local description. Once the local description is set, then there are gonna be two things over here. First of all, ice gathering process will start. Ice gathering starts over here. This is the first thing that actually happens over here. And then next thing is that I will send the answer to the peer. So this is also one of the things that will happen just in here. So I hope by the time it is clear. And this is all together one block. So if I just simply try to wrap it in a container type div or something, whatever you call it, container type div. This is not HTML, so in a container. So this is how it looks like. So I get the offer. Once I got the offer, I set the remote description, then created the answer and set the local description. As soon as I created the set the local description, what will happen? A request will go to the instance server. Same thing is gonna happen here as well. So the request will go to the instance servers, and what will they do? They will return okay, ice gathering starts. What did I do here? Same kind of diagram I want to make. So ice gathering, right? So I'm gonna be doing it like this. So big, but okay, never mind. What happens when ice gathering actually starts? At the time, request goes to the instance servers, and from the instance servers I get my public IP and port numbers. Okay, this thing is done, and once I'm actually going to get them, then I will be getting the ice candidates. And once I'm gonna be getting the ice candidates, because I already had my peer connection over here, so once I get it, ultimately I will what will I do? I will get the ice candidates, and then at the end of the day, from here I will be sending the answer and ice candidate back to the other peer. That's simple. And as for this thing, let me delete this, everything. Not this actually. I think I do need to do this. Let me delete this, and similarly delete this. So I've done these many things so far. Okay, I need to reload the page. It is not able to handle the diagram. Crazy. But okay. Coming back to this. Hopefully it will not start hanging and all. Because yeah, I know there are many things. Coming back to this one. Ice gathering starts, send the answer. So ultimately what will happen? From here, I'm gonna be sending two things. What are those two things? I will send back the answer. So answer will be sent. And just with that, I will be sending the ice candidates. Sorry, what is this and why am I not able to delete this? Let's delete this. Hopefully it's gonna be deleted. So what I said, from this side I'm gonna be sending my ICE candidates. So once they are generated, I'm gonna be actually sending the ICE candidates, and I will also send what? I will also send my offer, sorry, answer. So these are the two things that I'm gonna be sending from here. So first of all, my answer will be sent. So let me make it simpler. Rather than sending here, I'm gonna be sending from this side, the lower one, because it does make sense, because after creating I'm sending them, right? So from here, so first of all, from here answer is going to be sent. Great job. And the second thing is that ICE candidates are gonna be sent. So for ICE candidates, I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste them here. Okay, same thing is gonna be repeated. This answer will be forwarded to the another peer, from here to the another peer. So it will just work some way like this. And similarly, same thing is gonna be happening with the ICE candidate. It will go to the other peer. I'm gonna be copying them, select and come back here. Same thing is gonna happen with the answer. Answer will be sent to the other peer, and this much is done. Okay, let me even change the color of it to be blue, and same thing is gonna be happening over here. Trying to do my best to just simply draw it well. Okay, once this thing is done, then I will be receiving the answer this side, right? And when I actually receive the answer, or I receive the ICE candidates over here, peer connection is definitely ready. So once I receive the answer and ICE candidates, I don't need to check here, but it's better to check. I mean, this is not needed. Ultimately, I'm gonna be just simply setting the answers over here. So as I get these two things on the other side, so whenever we get the answer, at that time we don't need to check whether the peer connection actually exists or not, but it's better to check. It's completely up to you. I mean, it is definitely gonna exist, that is for sure. And then we will get our ICE candidate as well, because if we are getting the answer, that simply means we send the offer. That is why we are getting the answer. So when getting the answer, peer connection will definitely exist. But when we are getting the ICE candidate, at that time there could be the case that peer connection does not exist. So what will I do? The same thing I'm gonna be doing over here. Check peer connection. So check peer connection mainly for ICE candidates. If exists, great, else create new peer connection. By the way, this should not be happening here. By the way, most probably connection is gonna be ready, because I'm getting the ICE candidate and I'm getting the candidates. The thing is that if I'm getting the answer or I'm getting the ICE candidate, that simply means I sent the offer, and once I send the offer, it definitely exists there. So I have my peer connection over here, so I know that I have my peer connection. So in that case, it is not needed. So I can just simply say one thing, not quite needed here. Why it is not needed? Because if I'm getting the answer or if I'm getting the ICE candidate, damn sure that the peer connection does exist. That is why I'm getting them. Okay. And once this is done, by the way, this is going to be in green color or something. Let me give it this color. That is okay, quite fine. And once I've got these many things, after that, what will I do? I got the answer, I got the ICE candidates. I will be just simply setting them. So this ICE candidate, I will save them in the pending. No, before even that, I will check if remote description has been set or not. So remote description, if it has been set, then that's great. If not, the same thing I'm doing here, right? So I'm checking is set offer, not really this one. I'm not even adding this ICE candidate. I will be doing the same thing there as well. So I will check whether the remote description is added or not. If added, if yes, so there are gonna be two situations. This is the first one, and this is gonna be the second one. The first condition can be yes bro, it has been added. In that case, just directly add it. And the second can be it hasn't been added. No, in that case I will be adding them to the pending. So let me do one thing, copy everything from here and let's simply keep it here so that I have enough space. And at the end of the day I'm gonna be keeping the things like this. So the first situation is remote description has been added. In that case I will be adding the ICE candidate. So peer connection dot add ICE candidate. I hope this is the method. I will be like getting to know about the right method, but at the end of the day I will be adding the ICE candidate, and if no, so I will be pushing them. So pushing them where? I will be pushing them, so push to pending ICE candidates. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. So this is these are the two things that I'm gonna be doing here, and hopefully this is it. Okay, so this whole thing is gonna be wrapped inside a container type box. And as for the color of this, I'm gonna be making them this, it's gonna be here, something like this, and overall things are done. Okay, this is all about ICE candidates. Let me even give it this color because this is the ICE candidate related stuff, so it should be of this color. And once this is done, the same thing I'm gonna be doing here, Control C, and coming back to this particular thing over here. When it comes to this particular ICE candidate, so I'm gonna be pasting it here so that the same thing is getting repeated here as well. Okay, that's fine. And let me do it like this, or probably like this, so that I can have some space for the answer as well. What happens when I get the answer? When I get the answer, what will I do? At that time, I got the answer, set remote description. That's it, nothing else. Just simply set the remote description and you are done with that. So I will be checking, like this is, so far I've been just directly going on. I will just match it with my code as well. Am I exactly doing the same thing or doing something else? So don't worry about this, I will recheck everything. But let me write whatever comes in my mind right now. So this much I've done, great job. Let me have it here and let me move it a little top. So these are the things that I'm doing, great job. And overall this way everything gets done, great. Now it's time to check whether whatever I've written I'm doing the same thing or not. So things should actually start from here. We have created our peer connection. Once we create the peer connection, we created the offer, we set the offer. Then what we did, we sent ICE candidates and offer to the signaling server, and signaling server sent them back to the other peer. Let's see whether we are doing that or not. So first of all, when on negotiation needed happen, so what we did, again how we created the offer, we already have the whole process of creating the peer connection. So though I have just simply written this thing, create peer connection, but at the end of the day peer connection is created like this. This is the whole process of creating the peer connection. So we create the peer connection. After that, once the peer connection is created, we listen for few events, and one of the events is on negotiation needed. And if that is the not new participants, in that case I will create the offer, I will set the local description, and then I will send the offer from here. So this is the whole process behind this, but I'm just simply making it like this right here, simple, easy peasy. So once this is done, I'm setting creating the offer and setting this and all. Then I'm sending it back to the other client, and once I sent it to the client, ICE candidates and offer when they are received by the client. So let's see what happens. So first of all, I'm sending them from here. Once I'm sending them from here, I'm gonna be receiving them here. Receiving here in the sense WebRTC signal and all. So let's see when I'm receiving them. This is the section where I'm actually receiving them. When I'm receiving them, first of all, I'm checking whether the peer connection actually exists or not. Exactly the same thing. Bro, first of all, check whether the peer connection actually exists or not. If the peer connection does not exist, simply return from here. And the next thing is that whether that is the offer. If that is the offer, set the remote description. And once the apart from that particular thing, add the ICE candidates to the pending state. If that is the offer, so I'm just simply setting the remote description, and meanwhile I'm just simply adding the previous candidate, like pending ICE candidates too. So this is quite simple. And after that, I'm creating the answer. Once the answer is created, I'm sending the answer back. So that's the same thing I'm doing. One thing I can do over here, coming back to this one, once I got the offer, first of all I'm doing this, then even setting the local description and all. And once everything is done, then the next process is gonna be this. Just after this, I'm gonna be doing this. So once I've created the offer, I've set the remote description, After that, I'm gonna be setting the ICE candidates as well. So I can say here, just after this I'm gonna be doing this, or after this or before this, that doesn't really matter. But I can definitely set the remote, I can definitely set the ICE candidate if remote description is set. So whenever I am setting the remote description, after that I can just simply set the ICE candidates as well. And once this is done, I can create the answer and all, and then ICE gathering will start, and answer, I will be sending the answer back. So this is how the things go on here. Let me keep it closure. And once I've done this much, then same things are gonna be back. So I've done it already over here. And at the end of the day, what will I do? At the end of the day, WebRTC signal, if that is the offer, we did everything, we are sending the answer back. Great job. Now we are gonna be sending the answer back, and when we send the answer back, the answer actually goes to the server. So here WebRTC signal, we get either we get the offer. Okay, so at the end of the day, we don't really do anything much. It's like we get the data, and after that we just simply forward it to the other peer. So it's just as simple as that. So in that case, what we'll do, we server, I mean this, let me give it the color. This is the signaling server. Signaling server should be like this. So this is the signaling server that I have, and this is how it should be going ahead. Okay, so it should be definitely okay. So this is the signaling server, and at the end it will just simply forward everything to the other client. Other client will just simply get the answer and ICE candidates and all. And as the other peer gets the answer, so over here inside signaling server, when the other peer actually gets the answer, so here it got the offer, then it gets the answer, it sets the remote description, and when it sets the remote description, after that it adds the previous what can I say, ICE candidates. So previous ICE candidates are added here as well as here. So when I set the offer, ultimately when I get the offer, and after getting the offer, I set the remote descriptions. Over here I set the remote description. After that I'm adding all the ICE candidates and then creating the answer and sending them back. And same thing I'm doing over here. I got the answer. Once I got the answer, set the remote description. After that added that, and after adding that, that's it. And when it comes to ICE candidates, whenever I get them, I just simply either add them or just save them. So this is what actually happens. So there are gonna be 3 events. As soon as this thing actually happened, I got the answer, I set the response, and then this set the remote description, then I will set the ICE candidates, and that's it, the job is done. And one thing keep in mind, whenever I get the ICE candidates, I'm gonna be either setting them to the remote description or I'm gonna be pushing them. So this is actually what happens. So we are going in the right direction, and that's it. We have done quite a lot. And what is the next thing that's gonna be? If you have actually done this much, that simply means the peer connection is gonna be established. The WebRTC connection is going to be established. So you have to only do this much, and once this much is done, then congratulations, your WebRTC connection is established right now. And apart from this particular thing, let's focus on some other ones. So once the WebRTC connection is actually established, after that I can say congratulations, you are done. And once you are done, now I can start receiving the tracks. Again, I can only receive the track when I'm actually adding them. So now it's time to see how I'm actually adding the track to the peer connection so that other person can actually receive them. Okay, message receive, this is the thing we will be tackling later. Overall, we have gone through everything. Only one thing is missing. What is that? If I go to my main meeting page.tsx, over here, what am I saying? I have my media container, and whenever that media container loads, I get my local stream and all. So this is the section that I have to just dig deeper into a bit, and that's it. Remaining things are fine. Okay, so inside media container, this is gonna be the most important part. Inside media container, kind of first of all initialization happen. So over here initialization happened already. So host connection established, the signaling server, everything got done. And let me have it here, or maybe somewhere here. The second thing is that this is all about how it gets connected. Along with this, one more thing happens. Okay, connection got established, congratulations. I mean, your client got connected to the signaling server and all, everything happens. along with this thing, not separately. As this thing happens, at the same time something else happens. And what is that thing? At the same time, so I will be where should I write it now, because that thing is kind of actually happening at the same time. So let me have it somewhere here. So this is gonna be actually the box, or I will create the box later. When the connection gets established at the same time, this also happens. What happens? Let's figure it out. So when media container loads, at that time what will I get? I will get my media, as simple as that. Okay, let's simply go ahead from here. So this is gonna be important point to just keep in mind. So let me make it a green color. So, and over here I'm gonna be going ahead with the thing. So what exactly happens? Let's see what happens here. So whenever this media container loads, this is the media container. First of all, some UI related things are gonna be changing. So mic on, camera on, all these things are gonna be going on there. Having said that, let's do one more thing, because so far I only know the methods of peer manager. I still don't know the methods. Let me do one thing. This, and this. So I only know the methods of peer manager. I still don't know the methods of lib. But let's see what can be the methods inside this media manager. So inside media manager, when it comes to the methods, so what all methods should be there? Let's think. Media manager. What should it have? It should have get a remote stream. Get a remote streams, because from the media this particular thing I will be getting the remote streams, and apart from this particular thing it will have initialization. I don't know, I don't exactly know the name, but init media type something, so that it actually everything gets initialized and all. Or maybe get me a remote stream is gonna be working, even get remote stream will be working fine, so not really big problem. And then set camera set. Now I don't exactly know the name, I will get the name from the code, but it should have something for camera, not camera. Set mic, then simply set or it should be like toggle camera. So toggle camera, and what will this do? Toggle camera will be mainly responsible for stopping. Suppose I toggle the camera, I turn the camera off. At that time I have to disable the track, as simple as that, nothing else. So the sender, maybe it will be happening from the sender side. Hopefully it will happen from the sender side. We will check it. So we will have a toggle camera, we will have a toggle mic. Similarly we will have toggle share screen. I don't exactly know the name, but okay, we will be figuring it out. So share screen function will have. What will this do? When we click on this share screen, it should be replacing the track. So this is also one of the things, and that is it. I think these are the methods that it should have. We will know more about it. And similarly this socket manager will have what methods it will have. This it will definitely have the methods. First of all, let's talk about those methods. So socket manager should only have two methods here actually. Get a socket and a reset socket. That's it. So it should have these two, and I think all of them should have some reset functions, but okay, let's see, I will check them. And similarly this peer manager should have a reset connection or something. I mean it should have something like that. I will be checking it. And done. This signaling should not have any method, and that's it. So let's see whether I've covered all the events methods or not. So first of all, I have my media manager. Inside my media manager I have init a local, not media manager, sorry for that. I have peer manager. Inside my peer manager I have create peer connection, fine. I have get peer connection, I have remove peer connection, and that's it. Remove peer connection is enough. So instead of having the reset peer connection, I already have my remove peer connection, so that is fine. So because that is already here, so no need to worry about it. And when it comes to this, let's talk about this media manager. So what all do I have this inside this media manager? Inside this media manager, I have init local stream. What did I do? I did add that or not? A media manager, I should be adding it. Init local stream. What will this do? It will provide me the local stream, as simple as that. Okay, so this particular method I have, and apart from this particular method, I have how it works and all. We will go through the flow. After that, I have get local stream, I have toggle mic, I have toggle camera, I have start screen share. Instead of just having a screen share, I can say start screen share. What will this do? It will just simply replace the track. Okay, then what do we have? Stop screen share. Well, there are many. Stop local stream, start recording. I just forgot about all these things. Never mind. Let's continue. There should be all the methods. So init get remote stream, toggle camera, toggle mic, start screen, then of course stop screen recording, stop screen share, then start screen recording, and stop screen recording. I am still missing one, screen recording. The thing is that when you start building, so you should know, okay, these are the methods that I need, so that you don't have to just wander here and there, and you can just simply work on the logic part. So, and stop local stream, this is also gonna be used. So init local stream, stop local stream. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead, and that's it. These are the methods that I have. So two things are done. And peer manager, signaling, socket manager, I know get socket, reset socket, signaling, I don't really have anything. We have init signaling, that is just a method, so I can have it inside this. I think I already have it. Signaling, inside this I will have a method called init signaling, something like this. Oh. Okay, so ultimately these are the methods that you have, and they are gonna be used here. So this thing is here, this thing is here, and at the end of the day this thing is also here. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. Coming back to this, what happens here? So when the media container, when the connection gets established, and when the connection gets established, then what happens? First of all, this thing happens, you should know already about this, and at the same time something else happens. And what is that something else? We are gonna be just talking about that only. So what happens at the same time? I'm gonna be loading the stream. So init local stream. Okay, init local stream, that means I will get the local stream. What will happen? So in this case, suppose just start thinking, because of course we will go through the code, but it's better to just think in advance. So we got everything done here, but apart from this particular thing, my media container loaded. When it loaded, so I initialize the local stream. Initializing the local stream in the sense, I got the camera plus video stream, and I just simply merged both of them. So ultimately initializing local stream in the sense, I got my stream. Okay, once I got the stream, after that what do I have to do? I got my stream, and after that I'm going to add it to the peer connection. Just a sec. Will the peer connection be there? The thing is that peer connection is not going to be there by advance, and we are already adding it here. So whenever the peer connection is actually created, in this particular case, when I'm actually creating the peer connection, at that time I'm getting the local stream, and I'm just simply adding the tracks. So whenever the peer connection is created, at that time stream is automatically added. So let's not worry about adding the stream. Then what do we have to worry about? At this time I have to mainly worry about one thing, and that is create local stream. Let's see whether it actually happens the same way. And once I have created the local stream, okay, local stream is created, it is saved as well. After that that's it. Okay, just think again. Init stream, init local stream. So ultimately I should be getting my local stream. Once I got my local stream, I set it there. That's it. The job is done. I hope so. This is the only thing that should happen. I can't think of anything more than that. So what happens, let's see. If I go to my media container, over here few things happen. First of all, when mic changes, then toggle the mic. When camera changes, toggle the camera. When register stream update, okay, this is the thing, got it. And this is the mainly what is the use of this. The thing is that there could be key from the another peer side. I keep getting the streams over and over and over, and as I get those streams, I want my this particular effect, I mean use effect, to run over and over. I don't have any. Will this work? Use effect register schema update, that is okay. I'm just simply setting the stream previous version and all. Everything is being done, but this will not get triggered. But then this will send. Let's see how it goes. I hopefully it will work. It is just gonna be running only once, and when this runs, it simply gets there, and when it gets there, it will work. Yeah, I will talk about it exactly how it works, what is the flow. Coming back to this particular thing, this is the initialize local stream effect, and it runs only once. And what happens over here, first of all, I initialize the stream, and at the end of the day I stop the stream. When initializing the stream, so I have this particular method over here, init local stream. It simply creates the local stream, and again this comes from this directly comes from the media stream and all. So if I go to the media manager, so inside media manager I'm creating the stream. So navigator devices, once I got that, I'm even getting the original video track, so that I can just simply replace it whenever it's needed. And once it is done, local stream get audio tracks, I'm just simply disabling them for now, and that's it. So ultimately what am I doing here? When it comes to media container, at that time I run a use effect. First of all, it is quite common to run a use effect. In that use effect, what happens, I call init local stream. This is the first thing. Ultimately I initialize the local stream, and at the end cleanup function, in the cleanup function I'm using stop local stream. How will I stop the local stream? Let's talk about this now. So when it comes to init local stream, so I will be getting the audio, I will be enabling audio and video, both of them at the same time. And once they are enabled, again this will from media manager, both of them are going to be coming from the media manager. So init local stream will come from the media manager, and cleanup function that I have, that will also come from the media manager. First of all, they are coming from the media manager. The second thing is that what will happen inside init local stream, what will happen inside this init local stream, or let me just have this much only. Now init local stream, what will this do inside media manager? That is something we can, or I can just simply say, let's have it here. So where do I have this init media manager? Inside media manager, right? So this is the init local stream. This is the one that I have. And if I actually want to just describe it a little bit, coming back to this, so when it comes to init local stream, so what will I do? I will get the audio and video stream. Once I have that, so let's keep it simpler. Audio, I will get the stream that contains both audio and video. Okay, just like this. And once I have that particular stream that contains both audio and video, disable track by default. So I will be disabling the tracks by default, and that's it. Get the stream, disable the tracks. That's the same thing I'm doing, right? So if I talk about this init local stream, I'm getting the stream, getting the original track, that is okay, and I'm just simply disabling everything. One more thing I can say, like here, get the original track in the sense using the stream, get the original tracks of the original track. and this original track will be responsible for what? This original track is going to be responsible for replacing the track in the sense, suppose right now you are turning on your camera, suddenly you started sharing screen, so at the time your screen track will be replaced with the current one, and when you turn off sharing the screen, at that time original track should be shared again, and that is why I'm gonna be just keeping them here, original track, and this is the part of this again, original video track. So let me name it here, original video track. I'm gonna be going ahead like this, and I'm gonna be disabling them. This is one of the things. Then stop local stream. What will I do here? Stop local stream. This is interesting. That simply means I stopped everything. So when I'm actually stopping it, I'm stopping the local stream, so I'm gonna be stopping all the tracks. So what should usually ideally happen over here? I will get the tracks, so I will definitely have the stream. So once I have the stream, stop the tracks. Again, I will have local stream, and the local stream is gonna be here. So get the local stream, stop the tracks, stop all the tracks, and that's it. I mean, this is the only thing that should happen. So let's check this thing out. This is the init local stream, stop local stream. Toggle we already know, we will be enabling it and disabling it. Let's not worry about that. Coming back to stop, not this, stop local stream. What am I doing? First of all, I'm stopping all the tracks, all the local stream tracks, all the stream tracks, setting the values to null, and that's it. That's what I just mentioned here. So get the local stream. One, I think I forgot, get the local stream and screen stream as well. Get both the stream, stop the tracks, set the values to null. First one is gonna be local stream, second one is gonna be screen stream, and third one is gonna be original video track. It doesn't matter how long, how much space it is taking. I'm gonna be describing everything that I as better as possible, as good as possible. Okay, yeah, I know it's gonna be reloading and all. Get remote, what it does, get remote streams, returns the stream. Okay, toggle camera, toggles the enable option for video track. I think video track of the stream. This is it. Let's see whether it does the same or not. So when it comes to toggle camera here, what it does, toggle camera will get the video track, and after that it just simply toggles the stream. As simple as that. Great job. How I write the code is up to me. Overall thing should be clear कि this function does this thing. Now how it will do that thing, there can be many ways to accomplish that. Similarly, mic toggles the enable option for audio track of the stream. Let's see this much. So first of all, we have get remote. So get a local stream does the same job. We have already gone through this, so we don't really need to worry about it. Toggle mic does that, toggle camera does that. Then we have start sharing the screen. When we are starting to share the screen, what should happen? Let's think about it. So when we start sharing the screen, at that time we need to get the screen, screen stream, right? Once we get the screen stream, we need to get the tracks. Once we get the tracks, we need to replace the tracks. It should be just going on like this. So we have to replace the track of what? We have to replace the track of the sender. That simply means we have to replace the tracks of RTP senders, like this. We have to replace the track of that particular sender, and that is it. This should all that happen here. And when it comes to stop sharing the screen, so at that time stop, first of all get the screen stream, stop stop the tracks, and once I stop the tracks, after that what? one more thing, where else do I need to stop the track? So whenever I start sharing the screen, at that time I replace the track, right? I don't really stop the track, yeah. And over here I need to stop the tracks because I have stopped sharing the screen, and replace the tracks with the tracks with the original tracks, original video tracks and all. Replace tracks with original tracks, just like this. So this thing is done. Start recording. Let's not worry about it. First of all, let's go through these. Like, is this actually happening the way I want it to? I mean, whatever I have described, is that right or not? So when we start sharing the screen, at that time what we do, we get the screen stream. Great, we get that. Not only that, we get the audio as well. So this is a plus point. First of all, get the video, and once you got the video, screen stream, get video tracks, and you get the screen track. Once you have the screen track, after that replace the video. Yeah, that is fine. You just got the screen. This is okay, fine with that, because you are just gonna be replacing the video track. Audio track will still be there, so you won't have the problem with the audio. So you got the screen track. Once you got the screen track, after that you are gonna be just simply replacing it. Replacing in the sense, you are looping through the RTP senders, and once you are getting that particular sender, you are just simply replacing the track. Once that is done, screen track on ended. Whenever you stop that particular screen share, that simply means whenever that particular track ends. And how will you know that that particular track ended? You will click you will stop share screen, as simple as that. So stop share screen should run, and stop share screen, not only user clicks stop sharing from UI. So whenever you click stop sharing, at that time this particular function will be running, kind of this particular event will be triggered. And the another thing is that if there's any error, at that time I have to stop sharing the screen as well. So in both the cases I'm gonna be doing the same thing. So stop sharing the screen here, so stop screen share, and then dispatch set screen share state false, and dispatch set screen share false. This is just for the UI purpose. The important thing is here, on ended. So whenever I click on cancel button, this particular event will be triggered, and I will be stopping the screen share. So what am I doing? Start screen stream, get that. Once got that, got the tracks. Once got the tracks for the video, of course, replace the tracks of the RTP senders. How I do it, completely my business logic. Then stop screen share means get the screen stream, stop the tracks. Let me check whether am I one more thing over here, on stream. What is the method? On ended, stream track dot on ended. This is a have I lost that? Literally? You got to be kidding me. What the hell? I think this is unable to handle this much load, and because of that thing I think I lost my code. Bro, this is insane. I don't think it's gonna be possible to get that back. What a bad thing. It's the worst thing that actually happened today. I'm gonna be moving to the better platform in that case. Shit. Never expected this thing to happen. This is crazy. I think I lost that. I wrote it so spent so much time writing that. Literally. Whew. Insane. Now, what is the best? I think this is enough. Yeah, I just lost that by my own, because of my own mistake and something. It's okay, no problem. We'll be just rewriting that. What else? The good thing is that we have this peer manager and all. We have the signaling server and all. I mean, related stuff. We just lost that. So quickly we are gonna be writing it here. Insane. Okay, I'm gonna be taking a break right now. I'm gonna be back after 10 minutes. I'm gonna be just having some water, and after that I'll be back and I'll continue from here on. I will have to rewrite that, the whole steps. Okay, not really big problem. That can be written within 5 minutes or something. So it's not like that I lost something really important and all. Don't worry, we'll get that. Important, these diagrams are the important ones that are still there. That particular theory part can be written anytime. What is this? I think this is the one. I think this is the one, but why am I getting this error? This is what I had, but unable to give it. Let me do one thing. Yeah, definitely this is the one that I just lost. I'm just unable to give it the right color and it's not visible. This is insane. Let me reload the page. Hopefully I will get it. Here it is. What? Okay, this is the one. Okay, turns out I'm still not able to get that. Nope, I don't want that. For some reason this is not accessible. I can't even give it the background color and all. Figure is definitely created so that I know where it is, and as for the text, I have no idea about the text and all. Let's see. I'm gonna be back after 10 minutes or something, and then I'll continue from here on. Let's exactly see how it goes and all. Take care. See you after 10 minutes. Until then, bye bye and see ya.